lovely Stanford children. Miss Denya here in her office. Another week has flown past and it's now our last assembly before half term. Now, if you remember last week, I had my 2 bits of material. So we were thinking about the rough with the smooth, okay? And trying to have more smooth times when things were going really well than rough times, and remembering that you all had the chance to take the easy card and make those really good choices, and that we were here to help you if you needed our support. So my thank today was our friends, just family. You get to choose yourself. You might want to pause and have a quick discussion with each other about that. And the music that was playing as the introduction was We Are Family by Sister Sledge, one of Miss Denya's favourite songs. Now, if I move us on to our learning tower, just to remind us, the L was for lively learning, the E for the excitement of times ahead, of fun times ahead, the A for listening nicely in assembly, the R for respect and resilience, the N for the noise of happy children and grown-ups, the I for interesting lessons, the N for new beginnings, and G for golden values. So I'm going to now look at our golden values, and we're going to be thinking specifically about one of them today. I wonder if you can guess which one it is, thinking about the thunk and the music we had this morning. See if you can call it out for me after 3. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you've all said friendship. So what it is to be a good friend. Right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and come back to you, because I was having a think. I'd got the new menu here for after half term, which is what's for lunch this autumn and winter. And it got me thinking about when you're designing a menu and making choices from menus, you make a choice depending on what you like, what you think might be something delicious to eat. So if I have a look on here, I know a very popular one, cheese and tomato pizza. So that will be on a Monday after half term. And fish finger bap with chips is often another popular one. So there's some quite nice things that you might want to choose if you were having a look at our menu for after half term. And when chefs create their menus, they have a really good think about providing some variety, because we all like different things, and that's great. We're all unique, and we've all got similarities, but we're all different too, and that should be celebrated. So it makes sense that we like different foods, and some people will make different choices on different days, and some people might not mind what they have, which is absolutely fine. So then I was thinking, just as we choose food from a menu, we can also get to choose our friends. And it got me to thinking about what makes a really good friend. So if we were in assembly together, I'd actually have you come up and see if you could make a menu of qualities of things that would make a really good friend at Stanford Infant School, and things that we like or we want when we get to know people, particularly for reception children that are starting to form their teams of Team Alex, Palace and Pia. So I thought we'd start to make a list of some qualities that would you'd really think, actually, if you were thinking about a friend, what those qualities would be that you would think, yeah, that would be a nice sort of person I'd like to be a friend with. So I'm going to start some off. I've had a thought about some, by when I'm going round the school and seeing the sorts of children and what they're playing, how they're interacting with each other, whether they're being a learning friend or a playground friend. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first one, which I think is really important. Kind. It's really important to be kind with your words, kind with your actions. So kindness can go such a long way. Everyone likes it if someone's kind to them, and actually you can feel really good when you're also kind to someone else. And we can all be kind to each other every single day. Another one, and this is important if you're being kind, is being a good listener. And we can all be good listeners at different times. Another one, and I know when you're in your classrooms, teachers really like children that are really helpful, and they might be part of a tidy team in their classrooms. We had this word, this is also one of our golden values, so it does link with this one, that you would be respectful. And a lot of these things will link with each other. So if you're kind, you'd be respectful. If you're a good listener, you're also being respectful, aren't you? This one's another one, important one. Being loyal. That means you can be relied upon. You might also be trustworthy. You're always there for someone, and can then be, I'm going to read that actually, I'll hold it up in a minute, be really supportive. And I like it when I see people being supportive to their friends. Then I was having a think as I was walking around the school, because I've really enjoyed looking at all your learning journeys. So reception, who've just got started, but at the moment, well, they're almost finishing. They've whizzed through, they've got started, and they're now going to be having their Elma Day on Friday. And obviously Elma, the patchwork elephant, is such a lovely friend and make lots of friends. And in fact, I found a book all about Elma's friends, okay, which I might read to you at the end. But one thing that Elma is that other elephants or animals like about Elma is that he's fun and he has a really good sense of humour. So here's just some. I'm sure you could think of some other words, and I'd love to collect more words. If you've got more, you could always write it on a post-it note and leave it in your classrooms for me to collect, or you can just tell me when I see you around school. So let's just go through what would be on my menu when I'm thinking about somebody that I would want to be a really good friend. And I know that every single person in our school, children and grown-ups, would be the sort of person that I would like to be friends with, because we are family at Stanford Infant School, as that song we said, and we see ourselves as the Stanford Infant family. So we are kind, respectful, we're good listeners, fun, and maybe have a good sense of humour. I'll come back to that in a minute. Helpful, loyal, supportive, and I did have trustworthy as well, didn't I? And I'm sure there's lots more you can think of, so I look forward to hearing some of those. I'll keep my board just down there. So if I go back now to share my screen, oh no, I wasn't going to do that. That's what I was going to come on to. I said that Elma, who has lots of friends, and when I was thinking about Elma, it then reminded me that obviously year 2 have been doing lots of patchwork as well, and Elma is our patchwork elephant. So I'll read this and then come on to what I shared with reception when I was with them last Wednesday afternoon. So Elma's friends. Hello, Elma. You are the brightest of all the elephants. Are you going to see your friends? Well, now open it. Oh. Hello, zebra. You're the stripiest. Hello, giraffe. No one is taller than you. Hello, snake. You're longer than anybody. Hello, kangaroo. Elma's bounciest friend. Hello, mouse. You're the smallest of all. Hello, lion. You have the loudest roar. Hello, owl. Elma's wisest friends. Hello, polar bear. You're the whitest. Hello, leopard. You're the spottiest. Elma's friends are all different, but they all love Elma. And I'm sure Elma loves them too, because they are all unique and they're all really special for lots of different ways. But I'm sure if Elmer was to describe them, he would probably use some of these words to describe their qualities. Now, one I said was about being fun and maybe having a good sense of humour. So I thought I'd read you one of my jokes from my Elmer's joke book. Who always makes Elmer laugh? Duck. She's always quacking jokes. I've got lots more of those as well. So if we then go back and just think about our menu then. So I had the menu of food. And do you know what would happen if someone wasn't, oh, I put it the wrong way around, wasn't happy with their food, if they went to a restaurant or a cafe? What would they do if the restaurant served just unhealthy food? Friendships are even more important, and we have the right to choose our friends with just as much care as we're choosing our menu. Friendship is a two-way thing, which is different to choosing on a menu, because you just choose one thing and you get what you ask for. But friendship is a two-way thing. We want our friends to be kind, respectful, good listeners, fun, helpful, loyal, trustworthy, supportive. I'm sure you could think of more there. List could go on. But we also need to make sure that we are being good friends to those people around us. I'm going to now share my screen with you, and I've got a poem that is really, really old, but it makes sense today as it did hundreds of years ago, and it's by Arthur Waley. It's a very, very old poem. So you need to expect in our school that you will make lots of friends and people will show those qualities to you and be friends. But you also need to demonstrate that you're being a good friend at all times too. And I know you can all do that really, really well, because we are all friends at Stanford Infant School. Some people we might get on better with than others. That's natural. That's that rough with the smooth. That happens. It's life. But we should all expect to be treated like a really good friend and have people being really respectful to us as well. Okay, so let me go back to my screen. So we were thinking, weren't we, of that golden value of being such a good friend at all times. But if things might become a bit rough at times, either saying, stop it, I don't like it, like you mean it, or getting a grown-up to help you. We have lots of strategies in our school that will help us be good friends. So we know that sometimes there might be a bit of a bumpy road and things might not always go as we want them to, but we must get help to sort it out straight away. So this was this very, very old poem from hundreds of years ago. Oath of Friendship. I want to be your friend, forever and ever, without break or decay. When the hills are all flat and the rivers are dry, when it lightens and thunders in winter, when it rains and snows in summer. So that means I want to be a friend with you no matter what, okay? And I want everyone at Stanford Infant School to be part of our friendship family, part of our whole school community, but also part of your class and year group friends as well. So help us all to be good friends to one another. Good friends say kind words and have gentle hands. Good friends share things with each other and support each other when one of them is unhappy or unlucky. Denia needs to reread, doesn't she, to check her work. I will go back and change that. So one of them is unhappy or unlucky. Help us to be better friends, even when it is difficult, because friendship is one of the most important things in our world. So have a lovely last week before you get a well-deserved rest at half term. Make sure though you're being the best of friends to everyone in your class, please. Remembering those qualities, I want to see everyone being kind with their words and actions. Okay, I'm going to go and get my purple polisher out now and change my reflection. Have a lovely week, everybody. See you very, very soon. Bye.